open. Alright, let's see if this sounds good. Looks fine. Get this up a little bit. This. Okay. Start with this here. Alright guys, so actually how do I do this here? Okay, I guess what I can do is, let me open this here. Also need to okay, wait 2 seconds. Let's just all right. So you guys should be able to see this. So we have the character ranking updated as usual. This is in the description. Always, you guys can go look at it. So this time we only have 3 new characters. We have Wake Up People, who makes his grand entrance, top 9, pretty high. And I suspect he will go higher. I think he could surpass Rango, but we'll see. Also, let me know if everything is good. The sound, I'm not sure. Then we have Axel, top 17, and then Magenta, who's top 20 for now. And we are up to 31 characters, so the top 3 is the same. Gregorio went up, so a lot of good changes. You guys can go look at it. Now the searching character thing is gonna be more useful that now that there's 30 characters, but yeah, if you guys want to just single out a character and see their progress, Valentine from 12 to top 7, so he's making his way up as well. So that's about it for the character ranking. Again, you can go look at it by yourself. It's right at the top of the description, but let's just jump into chapter 61 right now. So actually let's do this first here. Oh, what's up, CCO? You made it in time. Yeah, it was a little bit later than usual, so yeah, as I said, oh yeah, this looks like a pretty lengthy chapter too, so we might only do 1 chapter. Yeah, let me know. I think everything should be fine. I don't know if the mic is maybe a little bit too loud. I think I can bring that down that bit. Okay. Alright. Yes, peak reading. How have you been liking the part so far? What's up, Nico? I've been loving it. It's definitely shaping up to be my favorite part of JoJo's. I don't know if I would say it's my favorite yet, mostly because I need to see how the character concludes and the themes, and I need to see a lot more from Valentine. who seems to be the main villain here. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I need to see before saying it's my favorite, but it's definitely shaping up to be. I have the feeling it will be. So, okay, this looks fun. All right, let's just get into the chapter 61. Also, before we start, I think I'll need to figure that out, but I'm thinking that I might mostly do streams for the rest of Steel Ball Run instead of videos. We'll see, because the streams are doing just as well as the videos, if not better. And it's a lot less work than the videos, and but we'll see. Planning on writing the references in comments after the live. Yeah, that's good. I'll read them once you do them. I think you'll love the rest of it. Nice. I'm sure I will. I feel like I will. I mean, just the way it ended last chapter, this is about to be crazy. Okay. Both Sides Now Part 2. Yeah, Lucy here. Okay. Lucy's age 14. Family consists of 6 children, and Lucy's on the second eldest of the bunch. Okay. Her maiden name is Pendleton. Her father is of immigrant descent and owns a small farm in Oklahoma. Interesting. So obviously I remember Pendleton. It's in part 1 or part 2. Is it oh my god, I'm blanking on her name. Is it Jonathan's wife or girlfriend, or is it Irina Pendleton, right? It's Irina, right? Irina, yeah, okay, yeah, Irina. Alright. So Pendleton from Ireland, okay. Alice, Adam, Tom, Will. After her mother's death, when Lucy was just 12, a cloud of misfortune cast its shadow over the family. They discovered that the money they had borrowed in order to sustain their farm had been mafia money. Okay. And coupled with a bad weather, the emotional wounds from his wife's death, Lucy's father slowly spiraled into a mire of death. Okay. Okay. Wait a second. I really need to change the music. I'm gonna go on this. Yeah, I'll go on this screen for 2 seconds. Yeah. The music I'm listening to is way too... is not fit. Okay, that's better. Oops. Alright. Sorry for the clicks as well. Alright. Oh yeah, I know you guys can't hear the music. It's because I'm listening to copyrighted music. So yeah, I would put it on the streams, but... okay. The mafia's policy is never to take something from a family that has only one possession. However, if the family is in possession of 2 or more things, the mafia will inevitably request one of those things. Okay. Will they take the land or the children? Lucy's father had to make a decision. If the mafia took their land, either way the family would be scattered, but Lucy's father couldn't bear to give his eldest son away. Godly. And so the only alternative was to send his eldest daughter Lucy to pay off his debt because she was the only other child old enough to work as a servant. It was after Lucy's father had made this decision that someone visited the farm. The man's name was Stephen Still. Bro, I always mix up Stephen Still. Yeah, I do remember we saw when we got like Stephen's backstory. I do remember seeing Lucy and her father. Stills told Lucy's father, a few years ago, I was saved by your daughter's kind words and I was able to stand again on my own 2 feet again. Okay. So he came back. He also explained that he wanted to repay his savior and repay the man who raised her. Okay. But Lucy's father, after ushering the other children inside, told him it was too late. Yeah, he's not looking too great. That Lucy was no longer there. Thus, he informed Still of the situation. Though Still was quite surprised by the situation, he recovered quickly. I beg of you, I would like to indulge your debt and take care of them. Always being respectful, Still made his polite proposition. It's impossible. This isn't just a matter of money anymore. The mafia have their own rules, and once they decide to take something, they will take it. I can't change anything anymore. I've already made the decision about my daughter. Still, after a few moments of consideration, quietly replied that the most important thing was Lucy's father's determination as a parent to save Lucy from the predicament. He explained that he knew a thing or two about how the mafia operated. And so there was still time, and all Lucy's father had to tell them was that Lucy was damaged goods. Stephen Still at the start of SBR, now GOAT. That Still had already lawfully married her, and after that he would handle the rest of the dealings with them. What did you say, you bastard? You're trying to insult my family? Listen, open your eyes. What they want is her virginity. If you leave her like this, she'll be forced to live like a prostitute or even worse. Once she sees that kind of hell, she won't even live to be 25. I've always lived thinking only of myself. Those were unhappy times. Dang. It was your daughter who saved me from that unhappy life. I want to help your daughter to repair her is imperative to me. Please let me, Stephen Still, look after your daughter for you. You pervert, how the hell do you expect me to believe something like this? Yes, no one will believe me, but everyone will believe you if you say that your daughter is damaged. The mafia even more so. And in this way, Lucy was saved by Stephen Still, and she became Lucy Still, and one day Lucy told Stephen. I don't know why, but I remember very clearly that one time that I first met you when I was young. You looked so miserable, but you had an innocent strength about you, as if you could pull a strain with that. strength, even with your skinny arms. That's why I talk to you. I don't mind, so. If you'd like, only if you'd like though, please make me your real wife one day. Listen, Lucy, you don't have to think about things like that, so never say something like that again. This is what I told your father, but I did this all for myself. The one who really saved you was your father and his determination as a parent to protect you. Do not forget that. I won't lay a finger on you, not now, not ever. Don't worry, you should go to school and one day you'll fall in love, and when you want to leave our house, you can do so anytime. But please spare me the trouble of your future boyfriend being a mafia member. Wow. Because Lucy remembers Stefan's ex-wife to him? Yeah. Like, I feel conflicted, right? Because this is like great from him, but at the same time we did see him like kiss Lucy, so that's why I'm kind of like, you know, it's this is great, but I don't know. The two weren't lovers, nor were they parent and child, but neither were they merely friends or student and mentor. They formed an odd sense of trust between themselves. Stephen had a lot of love for Lucy, and Lucy deeply respected Stephen's fantastical yet stubborn determination, and Stephen was able to show his weaknesses only in front of Lucy. Yeah, we saw that, him just crying on her. His first appearance was that. Lucy came to love those qualities about the aging Stephen. And once the stale run started, she also began to worry about him deeply, as if she were his mother. Yeah, that is an odd relationship. There is definitely some, like... there's definitely something profound about the relationship. Did you hear that, Jaro? He hasn't laid a finger on her. Can you believe that? No fucking way, man. I mean, come on, look at Mr. Steele. He's a total pervert. Well, either way, their marriage is lawful. We don't have a right to judge. There's something off about this race. I can sense something dark within the president, even if they're both pursuing their goals. He's not like Steven at all. Oh yeah, I mean, Steven and Valentine are not the same whatsoever. Back to this. Yeah, that was great, especially for Steven. That was some great stuff. Again, I think that the only scene is where Steven kisses Lucy. That kind of makes me a little bit conflicted with all of this. But like, I don't know if it's a bad thing that I feel conflicted about it. Like, I just can't tell if Araki meant it to be conflicted because of that moment, or if I'm just able to, like, I'm supposed to just forget about that and be like, oh yeah, you know. Okay, so we switch back to the eye. The eye is attracted to the corpse as well. What is that sound? What are you looking at, Scarlet? Did something just fall on the floor? He's going to find it. And it's gone. I guess maybe it was a... I don't know. Where is it at? It's It's not there. The right eye that was in my pocket, it fell and rolled towards that door, but it's not there. It rolled underneath or something. But I can see now the door has a small space underneath, so it must have passed through that space to the other side. Then, if it rolled away, are there more corpse parts on the other side of that door? It could only mean that the eye responded to a much bigger part that's in this building. Yeah, but was it able to like just phase through the door? I mean, I guess it kind of phased through the person, right? So maybe. I asked you what fell on the ground, Scarlet. What were you doing while you were holding my face in place? Answer me. You were looking at that door, weren't you? Are you so intrigued by what could be behind that door, Scarlet? The president, he can't possibly know my true identity. He can't be asking me this question on purpose. I mean, he can. Is he? I'm not sure. No, he can't. Not yet. I have to make a decision. Is there something fantastic behind that door? Something so fantastic that you're hiding it from me? Let me see. No, wait, stop right there. The standoff. You're acting cute. Yeah, again. She's acting very differently than Scarlet. Please don't think that I'm merely repeating myself. Your expressions today, they're expressions of an innocent, curious child. Adorable. Yeah, about that, bro. Let me kiss you, but may I ask you a question first? I mean, she said if he tries to kiss her, she's gonna bite her tongue, right? If you're talking about what's beyond that door, there's nothing there that'll interest you. About the still ball run race. Okay, she dodged it for now. About the race, what of it? If you ask me, this might be disrespectful to the participants, but this is just a racing game. Someone like you, the president of a country, why would be you be so invested in something that's merely for sport? You've been following this race and traveling across the country since it started. Is Lucy gonna be like enable us to see more of Valentine and his thought process on everything? Learn a little bit more about him because he's been very mysterious. Like I don't really know what's his deal, you know? Didn't I explain that before? The whole country is watching this race. It's popular. You've been away from the capital for 2 months. Is this race really so valuable? Look at this, look at that shot. A good question. Fine then, this is a good time as any. Okay, maybe we will. When this race ends, I'll explain to you just what sort of things are possible on this earth. Possible on this earth. Suppose that you were sitting down at a table, the napkins are in front of you. Which napkin would you take? The one on your left or the one on your right? Okay, two choices. Or the one on your right side? The one on your left side or the one on your right side? Well, usually I would take the one on my left. That is correct too. But in a larger sense of society, that is wrong. Perhaps I could even substitute society with the universe. The correct answer is that it is determined by the one who takes his or our own napkin first, yes? Okay. If the first one takes the napkin to the right, then there is no choice but for the other to also take the right napkin. The same goes for the left. Everyone else will take the napkin to their left because they have no other option. This is society who are the ones who determine the price of land first. So does he want to change that? Does he want something against that? Or does he... There must have been someone who determined the values of money first, the size of the rails on a train track, the magnitude of electricity, laws and regulations. Who was the first one to determine those things? Did we all do it because this is a republic, or was it arbitrary? No. It's a big no. The one who took the napkin first determined all of these things. The rules of this world are determined by the same principle as right or left. In society like this table, a state of equilibrium once makes the first move everyone must follow. In every era, this world has been operating by this napkin principle. What a way to show it, man. So, does he want to be the first one to make the move so everyone will follow his lead and whatever he wants to do and accomplish and the world to be? Or does he hate that principle and he just wants to make it different, right? Yo sup, what's up, AWR? And the one who takes the napkin first must be someone who is respected by all. Yeah, the president of a certain country. It's not that anyone can fulfill this role. Those that are despotic or unworthy will be scorned, and those are the losers. I'm also thinking about Jesus in that context, because obviously Jesus is important here on this part. In the case of this table, the eldest or the master of the party will take the napkin first. So you will follow the eldest. Because everyone respects those individuals. Yeah, I mean, this is, wow, this is really good. Because this links to so many things in this part. Jarrow and his father, just the Zeppeli, them following, giving the respect to the Zeppeli families, right? The one that did this, were following them. The Zeppelis following the king because he's the one respected, he's the master of the party. I mean, yeah. Like, yeah, even with the bets that we saw, right? Like Gyro and Johnny being the ones. For example, if Jesus Christ were sitting at this table, no matter who you are, even if you are the Pope, you would have no choice but to take your napkin. Yep, Jesus. What do you mean? What does that have to do with this race? I'm talking hypothetically. Hypothetically. Didn't say that right. I'm trying to say that once this race ends, it will mean the beginning of our rise to power. Soon I will obtain that power, the object that all will pay their respects to. And when we heard first about the corpse parts, that was a thing as well, respect and like how massive it would be for the country and people respecting and something irrefutable, something immovable. I love also how Valentine is using like big words. That is true power. And those under this power's influence can only be allies. I will become the one that can take the napkin first. I, Funny Valentine, will be the one sitting at that table. My god, what a... Stop it, Araki, bro, your pen is on fire. This is so good. What is it, Scarlet? That expression, it's adorable. I'm getting excited. Take your... Okay, let's not go there. We've seen like characters, especially Dio and stuff. Oh, wait. I'll wait because YouTube is bugging out a little bit right now. Is it still okay? Is this stream still looking okay? Because YouTube is telling me that the quality is like really bad. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, it looks fine. Alright. I mean, it should come back. The quality should come back. I don't know though. Okay. Yeah, like Dio has been like characters have been talking like this where they say their name like I Dio. But in this instance, this like really works well. Like saying I, Funny Valentine, will be sitting at that table. That is raw. That is aura right there. That is so dope. Man, that is like, wow, that was so good. Great job, Araki, man. I was waiting for more Valentine, and like the first thing we actually get of him, it's amazing. I want you to leave. I want you to leave you two of us alone for a while. Oh, brother. He's getting really excited. I'm not talking about this. I wonder if he's getting excited, obviously, because this. But I just wonder if him just telling this to someone else got him excited, just kind of sharing that with someone else. I don't know if it's like that deep or if I want you, yeah, for the next 30 minutes. Please, no. I mean, also, I haven't said much, but like, Valentine already looks thinner, smaller. Do you want anything to drink? I'm having a drink myself. What did he just say before I approached his guard, before he told them to stay away, before he closed the door? I have to get away from here. Does he know about my identity? No, he can't have found out. He told me to take my clothes off. It can't be. Oh, brother. Scarlet. I'm not gonna read that. In the year, okay, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was created in this very building, perhaps in this very room. Doesn't it excite you? This table has been here for at least 100 years. This is a privilege that only the First Lady would have. Okay. I mean, yeah. Okay, I mean, he's already in shape, actually. So he just hit the treadmill. I guess I thought he was gonna like take maybe the corpse parts in him and he was gonna just become him, but no, I mean he's already in shape slowly but surely. I wonder if like the corpse parts affected him or it's literally just Araki kinda changing his view, changing what he wanted to do. So he still has the writing. The scars. Hold up. I mean, the scars right there, it kind of looks like a flag, like the American flag. But what are those, all those scars? These wounds, usually the twin sting, these old scars that I got from being tortured during my day as a soldier. For some odd reason, they've just stopped hurting. If I run away, now he'll find out about my identity, but I have to get away, I have to get out of this room. It must be because my body is yearning to create another life. Once I gain my true power, I will be in need of offspring. A power only thrives once it's been passed on. What about that line, huh? A power only thrives once it's been passed on. I mean, this is the Joel stars, like straight up, right? That's how the Joel stars were able to thrive. That's why they were so powerful, because they were, you know, generations and generations being passed on and everything, right? So the fact that the main villain is thinking that way, like in the narrative of JoJo's, that's, I mean, that's the right mindset. Oh boy. It's kind of funny though, because like Valentine looks already more like he's obviously more in shape now, but his face is still kind of round. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. Let's just. Okay. She's taking the knife. I thought so. My suspicions are confirmed. My God, get out of there, bruh. The traitor was you. You look my. But I can't even speak. But your real identity, I would bring up the question of where my real wife is. However, that is no longer of my concern. Yeah, I mean he's transcended. He doesn't. Yeah, doesn't even care anymore. For some reason, the two of us had never been blessed with a child, and right now I've taken a great liking to you. You're, how shall I say this? I'm infatuated with you. He's not even letting her. Bro, I can't read this, man. What the? Okay, she undid the hot pants thing. The face. Oh. Okay, let me skip this. There's nudity. She connected. I mean, surely, like, he's gonna use his stand or something. I don't know. Golly, this is horrific. I mean, he's shocked. You're Lucy still. What is your motive? Why would Still's wife? Bro, he actually is dying? Someone come. I mean, he asked for the guards to not be there, right? For 30 minutes. Wait. Oh, is he gonna go to the corpse? I mean, I know he's not gonna die here, so... What is the chair? Wait. Is the chair going to the ground? What am I looking at? What the... The fuck is happening? He's stuck on the chair. Is it a stand, bro? Is this country's president as I thought the president is... It has to be a stand, right? Stand user and the devil. He's awake. Holy shit, bro. I mean, is Lucy cooked here? Like, I don't know. So, I mean, I don't even want to go back because there's nudity and I don't know. I mean, the opacity shouldn't show, but... So, because like the moment where he's crawling and he's saying like someone like, because if he could save himself the way he's doing right now, like if he knew he could just save himself some way somehow, why was he saying that? Maybe he was just shocked in shock. Maybe he was just faking for some reason, trying to just play with Lucy, or maybe he genuinely just wanted someone to come help him, and then because I mean, could his stand have awakened at this very moment? I don't know. Holy shit, man, that was an insane chapter. I was not ready for that, bro. That was dark, man. Like, actually had me... That was so unsettling. So reminded me a little bit of Griffith in Berserk. That's the vibe I was getting right there. Wow, what a... I couldn't have asked for a better, like... I wouldn't say introduction, because we've had Valentine for a while, but like an actual introduction to a villain. Like, that was some villainous action right there. Golly, that was... And yeah, that dialogue, yeah. Okay, let me read the chat here. Yeah, but he kissed her not in a bad way to me, like a father to her daughter. Yeah, but he kissed her on the lips, you know? I mean, if it was on the cheek, okay, but like on the lips, I don't know. Like, it's not super malicious, but at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know. A 45-year-old man, I don't even know, he might be 50, kissing a 14 years old, I don't know. But yeah, it was some really good stuff though. Like, I still think it adds to Stefan's character pretty well and stuff. Man, I love this speech. My favorite monologue in JoJo. such a great analogy. It's also so real, exactly. Um, for example, what if Jesus? Yeah, that was crazy, man. That I agree. That was one of the best dialogue for sure, or monologue. Like Pucci had some great stuff in part six. I feel like this was even better than anything Pucci said at the start. Um, Dio had some great dialogue as well at first. Trying to think. Kira had his moment as well with Shigechi. That was a pretty iconic monologue there. But in terms of just like how important and how like it was just linked to everything from this part, like to the themes and everything Araki is exploring with all the characters and relationships, I think that was definitely one of the best. Um, to me, Valentine is the second best written villain. That's why, yeah, makes sense why this is a seinen for sure. Too late. What's up, Sprint? I don't know if you're still there, but what's up, man? When you say Valentine is the second best written villain, you mean in JoJo's or just in general for you? Araki just changed the appearance. Yeah, seems like it is. The scar is supposed to be the American flag? Okay, okay. It is. Yeah, it looked very similar. He's the real. Yeah. It's funny how Araki thinks an US president to be. Yeah. Valentine is Alexander's fav character in SBR in terms of writing, just to let you know. Dang. Alright. That's great to hear. Because most of the time when AJ when AJ finds a like most of the time AJ's favorite character ends up being in my top three minimum. Like we have similar taste in general, I feel like, in terms of characters, so that's great to hear. You mean in JoJo? Alright, I think you have Pucci first, right? We'll see, man. I'm excited to see if he does dethrone. I mean, the more, to be honest, if I'm being honest, the more time passes, the more I'm like, is Pucci my favorite character? Is Pucci my favorite villain in JoJo's? Like, I kind of think about it, I'm like, he might be above Kira at this point. Like, just the more time passes, the more I like him, to be honest. So I don't know, man. It's like Kira or Pucci, so I'm excited to see if Valentine surpasses any of those two. I wonder. I mean, I would imagine Gyro or Johnny are in your top three as well, right? Like, it has to be. I mean, that's how you write a villain right there, bro. Or like that's like one chapter. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was like a whiplash almost. Like again, I did not know who Valentine was. I was like, I need to see more of Valentine. I want to know like who he is. Like we don't really know much about him as a person, as a character. And we got it, and I did not expect him to be like this evil and this yeah, I did not expect them to go that route with Lucy and there. And yeah, I imagine that was his stand. So we see the writing on him, so that means he has a corpse part in him, right? Of course, one Johnny to Gyro, Valentine for Diego to me. Okay, all right. Also, the next one is a big chapter. You mean in terms of the length? It's a longer chapter, or like it's just like an insane chapter? He said he had the art. Okay, okay. Yeah, I was wondering if it was the art because I mean, last time we saw it, the art was wanted to almost looked like the art didn't want to be in there, right? He wanted to come out, but this time it doesn't look like it is, right? So I don't know again if that's just something Araki did different here, or if there's actually something important in that now the art is, doesn't look the same. Okay. Well, that was a great chapter, man. Definitely one of my favorites, as disturbing as it was. I don't know how much it's long. I meant in terms of importance. Okay, okay. That's good to hear. Yeah, where does this go from here? Because we know Wake Up People is right there. So I just don't think Lucy is dying here. I mean, she could be. I just don't get the feeling she will. So is Wake Up People gonna get in here somehow, save her, and probably die in the process? Because I said like now that Wake Up People, his job is not to look after Lucy. It just feels fitting and likely that he will die by the ends of Valentine, probably to protect Lucy. So maybe that's the time. Maybe that's what's gonna happen here. I mean, he still has to take care of Magenta as well, so we'll see how that goes. But we still need to see again what is Valentine's stand gonna be. The only thing we know is every JoJo villain, mostly since the stands add a time ability, right? So I'm expecting Valentine to have the same thing, another time ability. Obviously, it's gonna be different, but maybe using time, he somehow was able to again save himself. But then it looked like he was stuck to the chair. I'm kind of hoping like his stand ability kind of relates to what he was talking about with the napkins in the world and that old speech. Kind of hoping maybe that's similar to his ability, maybe. So, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. 61 pages, just checked. Okay, so a little bit longer in this chapter. All right. So I'm not sure, but again, I think the next one will be a stream again. As I said, it's probably gonna be mostly streams from here on instead of videos. That way, we'll probably be able to just go faster as well. So yeah, who knows? All right, I think that's it for today. Thanks for you guys being in here, talking, everything. That was really fun. That was scary as well. Yeah, I'm very excited to see where this goes with Valentine, and can't wait for Johnny to beat his ass. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Can't wait for